welcome to North Dakota State Stadium. It's the Sentinels and the North Dakota State Bison. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Sentinels head coach. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Bison will have the first possession in this one as their offense comes out to go to work. And here comes William Watson. Hit the portal and came over from Virginia Tech. There was a lot of interest in him in the offseason. He's a guy that they are excited to give the reins to this offense. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Lucky to get it off.
Well, the defense watched film last. Saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Snaps it in the shotgun. Throws to the wide out. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Left side is Mitchell. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Looking to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Oh, he's got some space. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Another ball is knocked free. They'll recover it right there. Ball will stay with the return team. Great alertness, and man, you want to talk about avoiding a catastrophic error there.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
motion from the back. Trying to get the corner. Turns upfield. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback. And
they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Sentinels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He'll keep it himself. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. He'll toss it. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the move, it's Bentley. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a 1st down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Sentinels can really attack on this 2nd and short. A run for the quarterback. Taken down. Third and 4. From the gun, it's Bentley. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Runs through a tackle. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Fires to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for the edge. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
They'll run the screen, and the ball's on the ground. And he falls on top of his own fumble. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
I didn't challenge that, though.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They boot it away. Trying to get started. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. 2nd down coming up. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Rides to the back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking for an alley. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Gunderson. Turns up. It's Bentley. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time.
He's loose on the right. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Breaks the tackle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the line.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Never a doubt. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Well, so much for nudging it ahead a few inches. 4 wide here on 2nd and short. Sets his feet. It's Watson. Turns it upfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Straight ahead, it's Mitchell. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Oh, he drops the football. He's running right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Running inside, it's Mitchell. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Scanning the field, it's Watson. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, North Dakota State. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds a crease. It's Bentley. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's going to take off. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Quick give. It's Bentley. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's looking to throw. He's going for the big play. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Sweet cut there. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
You motherfuckers.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to pass. It's Gunderson. Got it. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sentinels.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Drops back. It's Watson. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on second and short. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Quarterback changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Fresh set of downs going up top. He tries to take the top off. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the middle. This time he's got his man. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 6 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's Michigan State with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program. Now back to your game in Fargo. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Sentinels head coach. He is so frustrated with his defense right now. They've given up over 80 yards on the ground in that rushing attack. Known for their run game defense, they have got to be more stout at the line of scrimmage. The good news, they are running the ball well. The line of scrimmage has been dominant. He said, we've got to keep it going on offense and tighten things up defensively if we want to stay in this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This quarterback part of their running game. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Sentinels will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to make one miss. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Hits inside. It's Mitchell. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Dropping back, it's Watson. Get it out to the supersonic guy. At the 35, he's loose. Caught, and he's got room. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Fresh center downs going to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Mitchell. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, North Dakota State! And that one will give him the lead.
His tight end is such a weapon when you get down in this area of the field. Beautiful job on that touchdown catch.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. The ride. Turning it on. Makes his man miss. He's past the sticks.
Wow.
Past the 50. The 30. There he goes. Touchdown, Sentinels. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped.
I don't know what to do.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Unloads to the right. Williams open on the right side. Gashing the knee on the right. Running inside the 20. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play, at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
They'll send the back in motion. The give to the fullback. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
On the option. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Pulls it. He's got the first down. And
What the fuck y'all doing?
Somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Sentinels come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Keeps it himself. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Handoff again. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the run, it's Bentley. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. And the Sentinels will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return. He's got great speed, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the North Dakota State sideline, one of the evolving storylines down here is the play of their wide receiver who is having a breakout game. They weren't sure that he would be the start today. He's kind of down in the rotation, but he is showing that he is a go-to guy right now, and the quarterback is leaning on him. He's been productive and electric so far in this game. I expect they will continue to get him some downfield targets. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Still looking to his right. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they've built the lead here today.
Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Trying to get the corner. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. Finds his target. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hand. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
From the gun, it's Mitchell. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Wideout trying to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And it's good! Huge 3 points to make it a 2-possession game.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. The give to the fullback. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Quarterback keeps it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking downfield, it's Gunderson. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Sentinels will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution, put a touchdown on the board here.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking for the edge. Now the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Great job by the back on the option. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Finds his man.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Using his legs, it's Bentley. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. They'll run him again. Fights off a defender. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Somehow fits it into that traffic. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They're all over him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing right. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with an A.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Finds his man down the middle. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. That's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Gets rid of it.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Out wide left, it's Mitchell. Touchdown, North Dakota State. And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Runs through the tackle. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Got to make the play on 4. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Wants to throw. It's Watson. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And the catch right into the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead. And that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy shoulder rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Hands it off on the counter. Shakes off the defender. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Line getting set on second down. On the option. The pitch. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Pulls it. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Sentinels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. Got a little grass. The 10. Touchdown, Sentinels. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams